All right, let's look at some film. We're going to take a deeper look at Dak Prescott. Now, I must say, some Cowboy fans are overly hyped on Dak Prescott. Some are just cruising right in the middle. They only care about the wins. And then you have those who would rather have rubbing alcohol poured into their eyeballs before they give Dak Prescott a praise. But neither here nor there. We're going to take a look at Dak Prescott. I'm talking about the fan base collectively. They would rather see a 14 or 15-year veteran in this system, but the reality of it is that you got a young quarterback, and it's going into his fourth year, and I know that there's a lot of people that say, hey, there's no excuses, but that's a story of a different day. All right, so outside of looking at Dak Prescott overall skill set, we understand that he's been given the name Dink and Dunk or Dink and Dak or Check Down Charlie and things like that. But what you want to look into this particular training camp is for him to try new things, try different things, and also build relationship and rapport with number 26, because Darius Jackson may be the quote-unquote starter at running back, and you want to gradually move Tony Pollard into the system, Mike Weber if he makes this team, and things like that. So on this particular team, you're going to see Dak Prescott trying to do different things. And on this play, of course, it was an INT picked off. Now, where Dak Prescott could have went with the ball, let's take a look into this play right quick. All right, so we see the formation right here. It's a 2 tight end set, 1 running back. We will see pretty much number 82, he's going to run a vertical route here, or a seam route, and you're going to see him run a curl out to the outside, and that's number 89, Jarwin. And Dak Prescott selected to not throw into the flats, but went on to the seam route here. And as Jason Witten, reliable run up the field, we see that the INT is there. All right, could Dak Prescott let him a little bit better? You will have to look off this safety right here, big number 25. I would say the post route probably would have been the difficult throw, probably been the most reasonable throw, because you can throw at the angle and all you have to do is get the ball over his head, and you can do that by looking off this receiver or looking off this this underneath guy by looking this way, and that's a difficult throw for Dak Prescott. I said his deep post routes, he will have to improve on that, but Dak Prescott chose to go with his first read, and there's nothing wrong with that. And this is another thing that I would like to say, Cowboy Nation, as we look into this. If Dak Prescott didn't throw an interception all training camp, we would have our reservations on this defense, right? So we got to give props to number 24 and number 25. 24, I believe he got his hands in there. The ball disappeared. And all of this film and footages are courtesy of Silver and Blue Nation. That's where you can see the raw, unedited cut up there. All right, so number 25 is able to pick that ball off by being in the right spot and right positioning. We need more turnovers. We need more takeaways. We need that in Cowboy Nation. And you know that's the truth, right? And shout out to Chris Richard teaching these guys to attack the ball and those things. So with Dak Prescott, can he become a better passer as it relates to those contested balls or as it relates to that man-to-man defense? I would say time will tell it all, and practice make perfect. So he got to be able to become a better guy in practice. Going through his reads, roll to his left, and he's able to find Tavon Austin in the end zone. Now, I would say this right here. A lot of people will say, hey, you got to get this ball out quicker than that, because in the actual game, I don't think that you will have this amount of time. And you have to trust your arm, because you can't just go running into the end zone each and every time. But I like the fact that he is starting to move his feet and not having those feet as being cement blocks. And he's still looking down the field, looking for the open receiver. Those are things, valuable reps that he's picking up during practice. I'm going to repeat, he's picking up these valuable reps during practice. So, and my understanding of Dak Prescott is that he got to continue to keep his feet happy, keep him moving, looking down the field, and then when he throws the ball, step up through his throw. See how he's gradually moving up, and he's able to look off the running back. It looks like he was going to pass to the flats, and that was number 49, Jameis Olawale, who's the fullback. And you will see number 26, who is Darius Jackson, gradually fade into this route right here into the end zone. So I like that out of Dak Prescott, looking off the running back and not staring down the receiver. So we love to see that, Cowboy Nation. We love to see it, and we love that he didn't take the easy bait because anybody knows that when you, especially you're doing these 7-on-7 drills, that the slant route is pretty much given to you depending on the leverage. So he didn't go to number 13 off of this play. I like the fact that he said, I want the money. These are all red zone drills, you see. So I'm glad that he went with the money instead of just taking the casual underneath pass. He went with the money, and that's a good throw by Dak Prescott. And number 26, a good catch. He was able to get 2 feet in. So that's good. That rapport is building. Although everybody who wears silver and blue would love to see Ezekiel, the main man, Elliott, catching that ball. But that's a story of a different day. Cowboy Nation, I really want to know your thoughts. I really want to know your opinions of Dak Prescott. What are you seeing? Do you feel that he will be better in year 4 opposed to last year and the previous years? Do you think that he's working out better as it relates to the Kellen Moore system opposed to the Scott Linehan? Do you see the marginal of, I guess, improvement, or do you see a decline? I know, like I said, there's fans out there that's overly hyped. There's fans that's sitting right in the middle. They just cruising. And then there's fans who would rather get alcohol poured in their eyeballs before they make one single praise of Dak Prescott. Or, I'm not going to call them haters or anything. So I want to know your thoughts. I really want to know your opinions of Dak Prescott. Post your concerns as well down below. And let me know how you guys feel about Kellen Moore introducing his style of system. Remember, football is still football. It's still 11 versus 11, right? There's nothing new under the sun. It's just that now we have a different play caller out there. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace.